Hey, hi, and hello, welcome back to the channel today. Excited to have you here for another video featuring and talking about monitors. I made a video back in November 2020 talking about vertical monitors and the pros and the cons and things of that nature, and you guys really liked that video, so it's up in the card above if you'd like to go and watch it, and down in the description below as well if you'd like to go and watch it. But you guys really liked that video and you responded really well to it, so I thought it would be a really good idea to make one about ultrawide monitors, so let's get started, shall we? I'm interested to know whether or not this video potentially changes your opinions about ultrawide monitors, or if it reaffirmed something about your opinions towards ultrawide and dual monitors. Let me know in the comments section below, and let me know if you found anything in this video particularly interesting. So let's get started right out of the gate with the reasons for buying an ultrawide monitor. Now I need to make some definitions really quickly so you understand what I mean when I'm saying an ultrawide monitor. When I'm saying an ultrawide monitor, I mean a monitor that looks like this. This monitor goes above and beyond the standard aspect ratio of 16:9. A 16:9 monitor looks like this, whereas a monitor that looks like this is considered 21:9. Hence why it's called an ultra-wide, because the 21 means it's got extra width than the 16. Now, why would somebody buy this? Why would somebody be inclined to buy this kind of monitor? Well, very, very simple, because it gives you far more workspace on your screen for potentially a cheaper cost than buying two monitors. I did a quick Google search when preparing for this video to see what kind of monitors exist within the space, and 9 times out of 10, one singular monitor that is ultra-wide, 21:9 in this case, is cheaper than two of the same brand in the smaller 16:9 size. Now this is very appealing to some, even if it's only $100, $200, this is very appealing because it is still $200 you're saving. But when you're saving potentially $250, are you actually getting benefit out of spending $250 less? Should you be going above and spending $250, $300 to get more benefit out of buying two monitors over one singular ultrawide? That's kind of what this video is about today. So the major positive going for ultrawide monitors is that you get more workspace on one singular monitor. If you're anything like me, you probably have Zoom classes for your university or Zoom meetings for work when you're working from home, and it can often be challenging fitting that in on a small laptop screen or a standard 16:9 monitor. A 21:9 monitor allows me to have the Zoom window open, the chat box for the Zoom meeting open, and my notes open, and potentially a browser open as well on the singular monitor. It allows me to maximize the working space on one screen. Now this is great for some people, especially those whose graphics cards in their computer cannot handle two monitors. If your graphics card in your computer can handle two monitors, that's absolutely still an option. But if it's not an option and you've only got the capacity for one monitor on your graphics card, an ultrawide monitor is often the best bet. If you're doing something such as video editing, I do a lot of video editing myself, which I use and maximize an ultrawide monitor as it allows me to see the full timeline in focus. Instead of only seeing a 1-minute chunk of my video that I'm editing or whatever project I'm working on, I can see maybe 2, 3, or 5 minutes of the video that I'm working on. This is really, really awesome, and it's why a lot of people in the filmmaking and video editing space opt for an ultrawide monitor, as it allows them to see everything in focus. You can have all your clips, all your sound effects, everything that you could possibly need in focus on the one monitor, where you probably wouldn't be able to get that on a standard 16:9 because it would be minimized, or it would be very small if you were trying to have multiple things open. Now let's talk about why I personally use ultrawide monitors. Let's put it in kind of context. I myself am a full-time content creator on Twitch. There's a link in the description to my Twitch channel. I'm live 5 nights a week for in excess of 4 hours at every single time, and when I'm streaming for that long, I've got to have a lot of software, programs, and things open that I need to just run my everyday stream. And then on top of that, when I'm running special streams, I need special programs for one-time things open and such. I need my broadcasting software, I need my music, I need my programs that tell me who's supporting my stream, and my chatbot and things of that nature. When I've got 3 monitors in my gaming setup, I have my middle monitor dedicated to my game, say I'm playing a game on that one. I have my right vertical monitor, which is dedicated for my Twitch chat, and then I only have one other monitor remaining. I'm not a big fan of going above and beyond and going above 3 monitors. 3 monitors is my sweet spot, but going for that ultra wide allows me to still have have 3 monitors, but get the effect of 4. So not strain my computer really harshly to run 4 monitors at a time while I'm live streaming, but still get the effect, basically, of 4 monitors. It allows me to have everything in focus on the one monitor. This helps me create a much better workflow because I then in turn know where everything is instead of scrambling through trying to find which monitor my program is on. I'm going to also talk about the pros for standard 16:9 monitors, dual monitors in this case. The major advantage with regular 16:9 dual monitors is that you will be able to consume regular everyday content at the regular intended aspect ratio. Say you want to watch a YouTube video and you want to watch it on your ultra-wide monitor, it's going to get stretched out with the black bars on the side. And this is okay if you're not fussy, but I'm a little fussy. You'll be able to consume content on a regular 16:9 monitor regularly. While you can still play games on an ultra-wide monitor, you're going to often be stretching it out to a 1440 resolution that the monitor has. And while this is okay if your computer's powerful, if we go back to earlier when I was talking about what you may very well only have one monitor port on your computer, if you only have one monitor port on your computer on your graphics card, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be able to run a game at that stretched huge 1440 resolution. That's often why a standard 16:9 monitor may often be the better choice in this scenario if you're trying to play games, just consume content. 16:9 dual monitors are much more applicable into a office space or a setup space of any kind than an ultra-wide monitor is. If you're trying to mount your monitors, some ultra-wide monitor mounts are not really built for every single monitor mount out there. Currently in this setup that you see behind me, the monitor mount I actually had to buy additionally above and beyond what I already had because it didn't fit on a stand that would house the other standard monitors. So if you've gone something like this where I've got ultra-wide in the middle and 2 monitors off to the side, and if you haven't mounted them, you may need to buy an additional monitor mount just for the ultra-wide. That's what I had to do, and 9 times out of 10 you'll probably have to do the same. So I mentioned we'd be talking about prices in this video, and we've reached that point in the video. I've got 2 sets of monitors, one ultra-wide and one consisting of 2 standard dual monitors, and we're going to be comparing them and seeing what you're actually getting in return for your money spent. Specifically, when I'm meaning money spent, I'm meaning every single dollar you spend. When I was doing my research, the way that I went about it is that I would see how much screen space you're actually getting for every single dollar you spend. If you're going to drop $1,000 or even more on a monitor, you want to be making sure that you're getting as much benefit, in this instance, inches of monitor space for each dollar you spend. So I took a 38-inch curved monitor that retailed for $2,248.99 Australian dollars. This was a brand new one released in 2021. And for every dollar you spend, you are getting 0.016 inches per dollar you spend. This doesn't seem too bad on face level, but let me contrast it with the standard 16:9 duals. So the individual 27-inch monitor that I found was 1,349 Australian dollars. Again, this is the 2021 model. Buying 2 of these takes you up to 54 inches of screen space, taking you up to 2,698 Australian dollars. But in this case, when you are spending this money, you are getting 0.02 inches per dollar spent. Now, as someone who studies economics, this tells me go with the duals, because if you're looking to maximize your screen space, then dual monitors are absolutely what you're going to want to go for. This might not be the case for potentially all retailers of monitors and companies and things of that nature, but it is the case for this one that I found. If your budget at the end of the day is more important than the actual return that you're getting, then an ultra-wide monitor probably in most cases is going to be better, because ultra-wides in the instances that I've found have often been cheaper. But there are occurrences where standard 16:9 and duals of them can actually work out cheaper if you do your shopping around. If you potentially go with last year's model of monitor instead of this year's model of monitor, or you pick them up secondhand or something, you'll absolutely be getting something cheaper than what you would be getting out of an ultra-wide, and you're going to get more benefit out of it too. So the verdict from me personally about ultra-wide versus dual monitors is ultra-wides are fantastic for working environments. If you're in Zoom meetings or you're at work or just browsing the internet, they're fantastic for that kind of thing. And that's why I use them in my setup for when I'm streaming. It helps me create a much better workflow for when I'm streaming. That's why I also use it in this setup here behind me for when I'm in class. Helps me create a better workflow while I am in class. However, dual monitors do take the cake for me in terms of gaming. While yes, that expanded immersion level of a 21:9 monitor in, say, something like Grand Theft Auto 5 would be incredible. Yes, there's no doubt about that. The added strain of running a game at 1440p in some instances, of expanding it to 21:9 and stretching the game out like that is just really difficult, especially if you're only going to go for one ultra wide and not get any other monitors over the top. You're also losing the ability then to go and tab out and go and have a look at other things and other content on another window. With a dual monitor, you can have a YouTube video walking you through a game tutorial or whatever and the game on the other screen with a dual monitor, but you can't really do that on an ultra wide unless you install a program. There are many programs out there that will allow you to like split your screen and do it that way. Just leaving it bare bones and thinking about it like that, you're not able to really kind of do it unless you run the game in windowed. But ultimately, it really is your choice as to what you want to do. Is the price for you more important nowadays because ultra wides tend to be a little cheaper nowadays than two monitors? Or is your screen space more important because you're getting more bang for your buck out of two monitors? But that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it and you found it useful, give it a thumbs up and let me know how useful it truly was in the comments section below. I love responding to comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting content weekly now, primarily tech content. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your time zone. And until next time, bye-bye.